concept about the quadrilaterals, the types and its properties. So let's start with the first one, which is a parallelogram. So this ABCD is a parallelogram in which the opposite sides are equal and parallel. So AB is equals to DC and AD is equals to BC, and opposite sides are parallel. The opposite angles are also equal in a parallelogram. So angle A is equals angle C and angle B is equals angle D. Also, the diagonals bisect each other. It's a very important property of a parallelogram, that is, the diagonal bisect each other. But the diagonals are not equal. Remember that in a parallelogram, the diagonals are not equal, but they bisect each other. So this OA is equals to OC, OD is equals to OB. Now let's move to the next quadrilateral, which is a square. In square, we know that all the four sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel, and the vertex angles are 90 degrees. So AB is equals to CD, AD is equals to BC, and they are parallel also, right? Now let's talk about the angles. The angles are 90 degree. Angle A, B, C, D all are equal and all are equals to 90 degree. Now let's talk about the diagonal property. The diagonals of the square are equal. They bisect each other and they bisect each other at 90 degrees. So that's the property of a square. So they are equal. In parallelogram, they were not equal. But here they are equal and they bisect each other at 90 degree. Okay. Now the third one is your rhombus. Doesn't it look like a square? What is the difference between rhombus and a square? The difference between a rhombus and a square is that these vertex angles are not 90 degree. Second thing, the diagonals here bisect each other at 90 degree, but they are not equal, right? So this is my rhombus in which the diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree, but they are not equal. The vertex angles are not equal, but the opposite angles are equal in rhombus. So Q is equals S and P is equals R, right? So that is the case of a rhombus. So a quick recap, a rhombus in which all the four sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, diagonal bisect each other at 90 degree, but they are not equal. But in square, the diagonals were equal. Now let's move to the fourth quadrilateral, which is a rectangle. In rectangle, opposite sides are equal and parallel. So AB is equals to CD, BC is equals to AD. The vertex angles are 90 degree. So the vertex angles are 90 degree over here. Diagonals are equal in rectangle. They bisect also each other, but they don't bisect at 90 degree. That's the difference between the diagonal of a square and a rectangle. In square, the diagonal bisect at 90 degree, but in rectangle, they don't bisect at 90 degree. But they are equal and they bisect each other. The fifth figure is a kite. Now in a kite, the two adjacent sides are equal. As you can see, children, over here, PS is equals to SR and PQ is equals to QR. Also, one pair of opposite angle, only one pair of opposite angle is equal. So this angle P will be equals to angle R, not about S and Q. So P will be equals to R. Also, the longer diagonal bisect the shorter diagonal at 90 degree. Diagonal don't bisect each other in a kite. They are not equal, but the longer diagonal bisect the shorter diagonal at 90 degree angle. So this is about the kite. Now the last figure is a trapezium. This is an isosceles trapezium in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Now in case of isosceles trapezium, the other two non-parallel sides will be equal. Whereas in case of normal trapezium, they are not equal. Now, in case of isosceles trapezium, if the non-parallel sides are equal, then the base angle will also be equal, and these two angles will also be equal to each other, right? So this is all about the properties of the different types of quadrilateral. In short, children, if we talk about the diagonals of a parallelogram are not equal, but they bisect each other. In square, the diagonals are equal, bisect each other at 90 degree. In rhombus, the diagonals are bisect each other at 90 degree, but they are not equal. So these are the few properties which you have to memorize to solve question in your exam, especially the case-based study questions or any question in which the properties are involved. Thank you. All the best for your exam. Do well.